We're going to get the pick from the table from the Dallas Cowboys, who are now on the phone with their new prospect. You can always tell. I don't know if a team celebrates their draft picks more than the Dallas Cowboys. They love it when they put somebody on their roster. Let's get this pick, special pick.
The 17th pick of the 4th round, number 114 overall, the Dallas Cowboys select B.W. Webb, defensive back, William & Mary. Go Cowboys!
Some Navy SEALs making that pick right there. Go ahead, Mike.
B.W. Webb is a guy that I saw play live this year and really loved his footwork, quickness, and anticipation. He got to the Senior Bowl, and he had to kind of erase that small school stigma, and I thought he did a great job. And there's added value in the return game in a year where there aren't a lot of great returners. Okay, we already know about Tavon Austin. Ace Sanders has gone also. This is the next in the line of the explosive punt return guys. Great quickness. If he can tackle consistently over the slot, he's a starting nickel. And, Coach, in today's college game or today's NFL, with the percentage of snaps that your sub is on the field, effectively, he's a starter.
And then there's the Dallas Cowboys, sort of been all over the place. They go for B.W. Webb, Mel, the corner out of William & Mary.
Todd, you know how much I like this kid. I mean, he was a guy that you watched throughout his career. I mean, he made a big start, redshirt freshman year. He had 8 interceptions as a redshirt freshman in the Colonial Athletic Association. 5'10 and a quarter, 185 pounds. He can flip his hips, he can turn, he can run with anybody. He's a natural cover man. Quarterbacks were staying away from this kid because they knew right away, defensive coordinators, offense, everybody who supported this program was aware of his ability. And I think when you look at his punt return skills, the Senior Bowl week in Mobile, he was excellent. B.W. Webb will help the Dallas Cowboys. Colonial Athletic Association produces players. Todd, you were from a Richmond Spider program in the same
As a Richmond Spider and the rival of Richmond Spiders, I have to point out one negative. He's a buffet tackler. He picks and chooses. Well, that's really a theme sometimes in the NFL. They're all buffet tacklers.
All buffets.
He's on the all buffet. Keep this in mind, as we look at the Cowboys selections, he's the 4th defensive back taken out of William & Mary. The other 3, Mark Kelso of the Bills, Darren Sharper, and Derek Cox. All of them have at least 12 career starts in the NFL, so William & Mary may be the place to go for a defensive back on the last few picks as they have come off the board. We've also seen a run on offensive linemen going here. Earl Watford out of James Madison goes to Arizona.
Earl Watford was a kid I highlighted during the year on ESPN.com because he was a kid who was dominant at a lower level of competition. Think about the Colonial Athletic Association, arguably the best non-1A conference in college football, 6'3 and a quarter, 300 pounds, one of the best athletes, Todd, of the offensive guards available. Kid who can get out and pull, kid who I thought played consistent football, only allowed 1 sack this past year, gets to the perimeter with ease, very agile, very quick. And I think if you can allow him with just a little bit of time to ease in from the 1AA level, he can be a factor as an offensive guard, maybe starting in the NFL by year 2, year 3.
34-inch arms. He's got the long arms, the big hands. I think you're right. I think he's got a chance to become a starter, maybe not in year 1, but he's got the tools you look for, and he's got the feet. And I like most about him, he's got the toughness.
So the tailback. McClain takes the snap, hands to Russell, and coming from the weak side is Cooper Taylor, the Atlanta, Georgia native, to make the tackle for a 1-yard loss and turn the ball back to the Spider offense.
They went New Hampshire.
Oh, I like this kid.
Talk about it. I mean, could you get as far away geographically from Seattle?
They had a linebacker also that possibly could have been drafted. We had him in the East-West game.
Can't have enough defensive tackles. How about this? There's some.
Listen, they continue to load up. And while we talk about Jared Smith from New Hampshire, what I saw on tape was one of those. I hate to use the term, but he's a high motor guy. All right, chases everything down, can go work to the sideline, work back inside, work himself upfield, which I saw on tape, and you see plays like this being made. So I think this is another good pick for Seattle. But isn't it interesting that how perception gets changed over time? Because not talking about what you're saying at all, Mike, because you understand the draft process, but you remember those first couple of years, it was what? James Carpenter? There? Oh, wow. Bruce Irvin? There? Wow.